They're not like, I'm not going to say they're the best biscuit ever, but like there are very few vegan biscuits that aren't like really, really dry or just Oreos. And these kind of fill a good like chocolate biscuit hole.
Mm,
When you eat them. Cool. We're now
sounds good. Hey, hello everybody. We're live. Hello. It's a very busy week for us here at Vape Fiend because we're gearing up for Black Friday, which means we've done zero preparation for this live stream whatsoever. We have nothing to talk about. So it's up to you. If you are in the YouTube or Twitch, then tell us, what do you want to talk about? Ask us questions. Uber Dog, I nominate you to ask the first question, since you've said the first thing other than Zoticus.
we have actually got a giveaway to do today. I set
Okay.
in motion a few weeks ago that I frankly forgot about. Um, and it's for those, those PAX smell-proof cases that we've got.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Good stuff.
Those, so we give people some time to get on board. I've changed the title to giveaway edition, which is an enticing title.
Excellent. So yeah, that's the smell proof sort of lockable like case thing, isn't it? It's pretty cool. So yeah, you can have one of those things. Um, I also got sent some cool stuff from Sabo Shen, the creator of the Vape XL Evo, his new brand Burner Labs, which is all stuff for use with carts, vape carts. So interesting stuff. And we'll do a proper video where we actually show it all off at some point. Maybe we'll do a live stream with it all in, but I don't have it here, unfortunately, so we can't really talk about it much, but we can do a little preview based on websites. Uber Dog, come on. Hey, you guys is not a question. I need a question. I need it now from Uber Dog, or I'm going to boot you out of that YouTube chat. I'm not taking any prisoners today. I've had enough. That's it.
Ubar,
I need questions.
Ubar was the person that
George sounds a little tired today. I don't think you've been getting enough sleep. You've
Yeah.
been so busy.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. Um, here we go. Ladybuds is coming in. She's always good value. Yeah, I have been really busy actually, just trawling the bunker today, finding stuff that we can put on sale at ridiculous discounts for Black Friday, because that's always the best bargains I find on Black Friday, is the stuff that companies want to get rid of. So they're discounting it like insanely. One thing that I think is going to be probably an extremely popular thing is we've got 11 sets of D cup, the new vape D cup, which is like it's like the flower pot for concentrates. It's got a 30 millimeter sick dish. It's an insane e-nail setup. And those, we're putting them on 25% off last year's sale price. So last year it was like 10% off. Now we're taking 25% off that again. So those are going to be insanely popular, I think. So that's a little heads up to you. I believe they're actually already on the site. Bland Steve has jumped in, says, when BCG? D, when BCG?
I keep emailing them and I'm not getting replies. I'm slowly giving up. I was in touch with the Puck people, PUCC.
Mm.
We're sort of discussing whether or not we can get them in at because I don't want to put them up for a higher price than they are available for in America. So I don't sometimes we have the option of getting something, but we don't want to overcharge people. I mean, obviously, if people think that's dumb and they'd rather we just got it in, let us know, because but I'll try and weigh up what I think it would cost for shipping, and I don't just want to charge the same as if someone bought it and had it shipped in from America and then pay tax, because that just seems redundant for us just to have it for the clicks. I'd rather just make a video about it and let people know that it exists than actually just sort of arbitrarily carry it. So we're still waiting for Puck to sort of work out some sort of pricing that we can work with. And BCG, I think, they were in the midst of developing something that that isn't out yet. and they were also in the midst of developing the large grinder, because there is like a surprising amount that goes into making one of these grinders, like just because they've got a slightly different design, and they want to really make sure that when you're using it, you're never going to get clashing teeth or weird interlocking and stuff like that. So there is a lot of R&D that goes into them, and a lot of sort of
quality control and stuff.
yeah, I mean, it is literally the highest quality grinder I've ever had. Like, I've been really beating it up, and like, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it in that kind of angle. There's no dents on the side. I think there's one dent, which is when I really like, I went above and beyond, and I just went crack with it from like really far away. But when I'm just going like that all the time, every day, it just hasn't dented it, and that's really impressive. Like, there's very few things that I own that are this durable. And
Yeah.
the thing that I own that's the most is this grinder.
Yeah, I'm holding my black one up to the camera now and just seeing if there's any dents showing up on that. And it doesn't look like it's still in pretty good shape. Ubar Dog says, will you guys be stocking the BCGD bowler anytime soon? Or I really want a mini turbo twist stocking soon. I don't know what mini turbo twist is. The BCGD bowler, I mean, the thing is, obviously, like, we want to stock the BCG grinder, and we haven't been able to stock that yet. So we're kind of waiting on that. Now, maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't feel like the BCGD bowler is all that special. Like, maybe I'm totally out of the loop here. It kind of just looks to me like it's the bottom part of a grinder with some little like metal sticks sticking out of it.
That one right next to Nottingham.
Is
Yeah,
that the
that one. It's bigger than.
yeah? Now, what do you think, Zoticus? Is it worth having?
I think it's worth having just for those the people who don't have like the captive caps that easily like come off that have that tight cap. There's like a little indent. I don't know if I can't probably get to the show, but like there's an indent in here so you could easily just pop it off. And I think that is probably the most useful part of the bowler.
Interesting. And I had obviously made a total mistake. I just assumed it was because it looks so much like the base of the grinder in the picture. I was just like, they're just using that same mold and you know, converting it into a debowler, but it's not at all. It's way bigger there, what you've got. So that's interesting. And what is the turbo twist, mini turbo twist?
Turbo twist is this. Wait, I'll screen share.
Dynavap made glass stem. Okay, this is a new one. I haven't seen this. Okay, right. Wow.
They released the glass for us to purchase wholesale for the
I see.
They stopped doing the original glass Dynavap. Quite a lot of them break in shipping. And also they tend to keep certain product lines exclusive to Dynavap so that they can maintain sales coming through their own website, which is understandable. That's fine. There doesn't seem like every time I go and look at the wholesale lists, like I can never get like the Galaxy glass. They had one shaped like a fish at one point. They've had a few different iterations of bodies and different types of wood. It just never became available for us to wholesale. So it's likely that if you want a turbo twist, I mean, don't quote me on this because I haven't checked. Like, this could have come out yesterday or the day before. But I'll double check on our wholesale list, and if we can get it, we will get it. But it won't be here for Black Friday or for at least the next month.
Yeah, I think we should probably chat to the guys and see if they have plans to release this on wholesale. Obviously, we got the BB3s now; those are great. I was really impressed by those when I got the BB3. I'm seeing what you're doing here. You're editing stream info. You're still sharing your screen.
Got to change the Twitch stream info.
I was like, what's going on? So yeah, I'm into that. So I like the BB3. So yeah, there's more Glass Charlie stems on their way. He's actually I think making those for us now, and they're always cool. And he's actually sending us a sample of some new custom stem that he's designed. So that sounds cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Fishing Fool 88 says, I'm pretty fat, but I'm more of a B cup. I guess he's talking about the D cup.
Hmm.
Fair enough. Or they. Anyway.
Hi, I am Mexican. What do you do? It's like a very philosophical question.
I haven't seen that. Is that on Twitch or something?
On Twitch, yeah.
Hi, I am Mexican. What do you do? Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think the Mexican bit has any impact on what I do.
Not necessarily.
Shall we each take this question in turn and answer it? What do you do, Dee?
What do? I do lots of stuff. Here right now, I'm gonna go with presents. So right now, I'm sitting in a room different from the one that you are in now, and I am vaping and sitting on chair and sort of undulating left to right, and I'm gonna briefly eat fingers, but I will mute myself when I do this so that you don't hear me eating.
Okay, I'll carry on from there. What I do, whether or not you're Mexican, is walk milesy up and down the streets in this area of South London. Inevitably, he finds something edible in the gutter. Today, it was a bit of a sandwich, tiny little corner of brown bread with some sort of bits of cheese, and he grabbed it into his mouth. And I saw this and wanted to stop it. I tried to interject myself and put a stop to this gutter eating of Milesy. But he had already totally like backed the sandwich, by which I mean put it right at the back of his throat. And so while I was grabbing his teeth and he was growling at me, the sandwich was already like halfway down his gullet. Meanwhile, a couple were coming towards me with another small dog. And I thought this is either going to be embarrassing for me because I'm going to be angry with Miles in front of people with another small dog, or Miles is going to get so possessive of the half swallowed sandwich that he's going to attack this other small dog. So I thought, I've just got to let it go. I'll let him have the sandwich. And we passed. The dogs stared at each other as they went past. And that was it. So Milesy won that one. And it wasn't too embarrassing, thankfully. That's what I do. Zoticus, what do you do? Zoticus does vape rips on a Mighty through water.
Yeah, I'm a vape nerd. I vape along the streams, whether it be the UK or America. I love the community, and I love you. You should come by and join our stream sometime.
Nice. Ladybuds of London is muted and camera off, so we don't know if she's there, can hear us.
I think she is, but she's probably heating up a diamond knot or something.
Yeah, literally, and eating. So I'm just.
Oh, eating.
Okay, so that's what ladybuds do. What about you, Adam Shirazi? What do you do?
What do? I do school. I just joined in. Sorry. So
that's
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know what to talk about, but yeah, I pretty much just sit here and do schoolwork all day. What do you do?
Go. I think we've answered the question for whoever it was on Twitch there. Mexican gentleman asked this question, what do we do? So if anybody in the chat wants to throw in their response, what do you do? By all means do, and we'll read out the best ones. So Fish in Fool says, I like the Medtainer XL, hard to find, but holds a quad and a Dynavap M smell proof. Medtainers, are those the
That's the grinder jar, so it's like
right. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I used to that was my main storage and grinder for a really long time, because I used to do most of my vaping out of the house or on the go, and I was always going to like raves and parties, and it was really like a very discreet container to carry around. I really liked it. Like, I actually rate Medtainers. The only issue with them is that because the surface area between the side wall and the sort of inner jar, because that's that contact point is actually what's keeping it airtight in terms of the grinder. If you get resin, which you are going to get in there along those walls, so eventually it just gets completely stuck and you can't turn the Medtainer anymore. Mine got sealed together, like you couldn't separate the two parts anymore. It was just a kind of a plastic jar. and they're not as smell proof as they like to claim. They're like, maybe there's like, I think there's two terms: smell safe and smell proof. And I think smell proof is like you don't smell it. Smell safe means that it's like a little bit better, like you're not going to smell it
like a human wouldn't smell it, like walking past you in the street. That's kind of what I get from smell safe.
Yeah, maybe someone wouldn't, maybe you wouldn't want to get on a hot packed tube with it, but you're probably all right walking around, maybe take it into your parents' house and then leave. But just as long as you're not like, you know, really heating this thing up and rustling it about. But I do really like them. And yes, Ubar, that Cimarron stem is the one that Zoticus won on the Halloween stream.
Oh, nice, is it? Okay, that's cool. The green room says blessy, kiss. Blessy to you. Fish in Full says the shell shock stem is pretty good. Almost makes a cheap steel Omni from your M.
We're getting those. I ordered the first 5, and we've got one coming for review as well.
Awesome.
We're going to have the pink. I'm calling it pink, but I think they call it like oil slick or pearlescent or translucent or something like that. But it's the multicolored one. We're getting that one. I had the option between gold and multicolor, and I just was multicolor because I think the gold is a bit like it's a bit intense.
Yes, Ubar Dog says, let it be known Miles has drawn blood on a live stream for less. And that is absolutely true. It was my blood and it still hurts. So Pramod's here. How are you doing, Pramod?
Yeah, good, thanks. Sorry, I had to unmute myself there.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
You've got a dabber tool in one hand. You've got some water tool in the other hand. What's going on? Something being lined up here?
I have a quick dab.
Nice.
I finished work a little bit late today, so I literally finished work and joined the Vaping Zoom.
I'm glad you could join us. Somebody says, oh, it is Ubar Dog. Okay, he's got a couple of questions here. Can you give us a personal best Black Friday deal? Or are they all hidden still? I've already given it. It's the D cup. I think that is the biggest actual saving on one item. So yeah, and that is available now, I think. I'm just going to go to the website now and have a look because there are a few items that are already.
That's very exciting, guys. You know, I'm already a new big fan, and the D cup is actually a really, really great tasting device for dabs. And New Vapor was built so incredibly well, like it will be a gadget to last you. So this is a great deal for Black Friday. I might even get one myself.
Yeah, it's a big saving, I think. It is the original like model D cup. I think it's been revised since then, but it does the same exact thing. It's got the big 30mm sick bowl in there. So yeah, it's a
So why was Milesy drawing blood then?
That was ages ago, actually. It was when we were picking winners out of a hat, or Milesy was, but he got so possessive out of all the little scraps of paper with names on that he actually started biting me.
Excited for the giveaway.
Yeah, it didn't look great, to be honest. I was getting blood all over everybody's names while I was trying to draw the winner. It was terrible. I tell you another good deal that I'm looking at now. I'm going through this page of the bargains that are already up. Is the V Tower, £71.20 for a plug-in vape, and it's a really powerful vape as well. That's 20% off. That is an excellent bargain there, actually.
And you get a lot in the box. It's a satisfying one to unpackage because there's just all these little boxes and all these different little accessories that do stuff. It's nice.
Yeah, and the flavor of that thing, you know, these big hits all through glass, it's excellent, actually. If you don't have a plug-in home vape, if you're somebody who's never got that because you just use portables, but now you've done a year of lockdown and who knows whether you're going to be doing more work from home or that kind of thing, it's always good to have a mains-powered vape, I think, for those situations. And to get one for like 70 odd quid there, that is a steal. That is well worth having, I'd say. Oh, look at that. Ladybud's taking a sip of champagne from a Marie Antoinette style coupe.
I like
very nice.
glass.
Is that champagne or is that margarita?
Do I be honest? It's champagne and apple juice because I can't really drink very much.
Or maybe it's just that.
My brother came in and was like, "I've opened a bottle of champagne. Would you like some?" I was like, "Sure." I had to dilute it because otherwise I would be a whole different ladybugs on the screen.
Very nice. What have you been up to then recently, Ladybuds? What have you got to?
I've actually rearranged my dab setup and I'm so extraordinarily happy with it. It's never been so organized. I have gadgets and glass and everything in like perfect order. I'm quite happy with this. So I've been playing around with my gadgets and I pulled out the Max Vapor.
I thought that was a Max Vapor there. Yeah, look, I was looking at that banger. That looks really cool how that hugs that banger there.
Show you, because I can get really geeky with this. I own a 30mm stick insert from that Fade Space company that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And it just works so incredibly well. It's a really, really well-made device. I'm really impressed with it.
Looks great, like the build of it and everything looks really nice.
It's Bluetooth. You can set the temperatures. It's got a cutoff. My favorite. I leave e-nails on. It's a big problem, and it's a problem I have with the new vape because I'm gonna admit it. I've left the new vape on overnight many times.
Wow, yeah.
It's dangerous, and so the fact that this has automatic shut off, and you can set how many minutes it shuts off at. You have so much control over this e-nail, and the build quality is phenomenal. They did such a good job.
How big is the actual controller there? Can you hold it up against something else so that we can get a...
How about the new vape?
Yeah, okay.
So here we have a new vape. I'm going to move this because it's hot. I already am supporting a new band, so.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Wise, they're pretty.
Very similar.
It sits on top of it. Mm-hmm. It's just shorter. That's all. It's like that much shorter.
And is that dial thing, the knob sticking out the side? Is that a twisty dial?
Yeah, that's how you work it. Oh, I've managed to plug
it. So you can like dial it up and down.
Yeah. It
nice.
is the main controller. I don't know what you've done.
Yeah, I really like the look of that, actually. I think it's kind of makes, although, you know, we're all used now to the same PID that everybody seems to use for those basic nail units, like the new vape ones have it. There's a bunch of other ones, Vape Code, the Dabby Dab Station, you know, they've all got exactly the same PID in there. And it's really not really a great thing, you know, that it's got these terrible buttons on it. It's really easy to overshoot the temperature that you're trying to go for, and then you've got to try and go back, and it's, you know, it's just a buggy sort of thing. It's got these
technical difficulties.
Oh no,
I don't know why it switched itself off and it won't switch back on. Maybe it likes to be steady. Maybe it doesn't like to be moved. I've been working all day today. Just fine.
Hasn't pulled out the cable, has it? Out of the wall or something?
I haven't heard any news about more tiny mic stock, have we?
No. Nothing at all on that front, I'm afraid.
Brilliant device. I'm in love with this tiny mic. I haven't really used the new vape much, and it hurts me to say that because new vape is like one of my faves. But for just a pinch and a dash, this thing's great. And
you always use it for
is this the honey bubbler? Is that what we called it?
That's the honey tower.
The honey tower. What a combo. This is a beast. Love it.
adapter are you using for your glass?
D, what adapter are we using for the glass?
I think she's got an exhalator.
Oh, it's the extra one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Rasta-Buddha-Tau exhalator. Yeah, so it's
Where
like
on the Tiny Mites website itself, they show that they have their glass adapter in stock, but
okay.
I just don't want to pay the £6. I think I'm going to end up paying for that because also another things that you guys don't stock that I really want to try is the dosing capsules for the Tiny Mite itself.
Yeah, I'd love to try that too. Yeah. It's it seems to me like that. I'm not sure what the delay is, but I feel like there's just been an extraordinary amount of demand on Tiny Mite, and he's essentially just put a stop on wholesale while he concentrates on like dealing with his backlog, basically. And I think that's what's going on, but it's hard to get even through to him at the moment because from what I understand, he's got an enormous like inbox full of emails and questions and warranty and all this kind of stuff.
One guy still, it's just that one guy.
It seems to me like it's one or two guys. So yeah, I feel like that's going to be a problem at some point. You need to hire more people so that you can deal with this. But maybe we'll get over Christmas and we'll see what happens in the new year. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we're any closer to getting any more stock at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's fine. I can live without the haptic feedback for now. It's still a great device without the haptic feedback.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there is something slightly funny about my unit, but I haven't, I still keep using it just because.
What's the funny issue in your?
It's I don't even know if it's an issue really, but it's just that sometimes you can end up in a sort of standby mode where every time you push the button, it vibrates.
Oh, vibrates.
You know what I mean?
I get that too. I just have to wait for a little bit and then click it 3 times.
Yeah, so I guess it's not even a fault really, but it's just
Yeah. Maybe it's a cool off period. Who knows?
The heat protection, but it's very unlikely. I don't think.
It seems random. Like sometimes it'll be in that when I'm just turning it on from the first time. But I found that all you have to do is just click it 3 times, like firmly, and it'll come back out of it. But yeah.
May I ask? Has anyone figured out a trick to the inside basket, or do you just like fiddle with it?
Well, you mean if you're using the exhalator there, you've got a little sort of hat screen.
Yeah.
What, this thing, the small little
so
thing
then
that
you put it in and it works great, right? And then you take it out and the hat is left in there and then you have to tweeze it out. I was just wondering.
I put it at the end of I put it at the end there so that it stops debris from falling through. There
are some different types of screens. The one you've got is actually an Ariza Extreme Q screen, Ladybuds, and they
the Ariza ones get stuck though.
Yeah, they're a little bit too. The diameter on that metal ring's a little bit too wide, really, for the Tiny Mite, so it gets stuck in there.
Do you have any better suggestions?
I mean, the best one that a lot of people are using is just to get like a really oversized flat screen. Like, I don't know what size exactly it is, but it's quite big. And then you just sort of push it into the end of the mouthpiece and just sort of trim around the edge. And you end up with something a bit like what Pramod had there, which is just like, sort of cup, a screen cup.
Titanium or flower. So if you buy flower pot screens from our website.
I was just about to pull out one of these.
Yeah, something like that, exactly. Maybe a bit bigger than that. And then if you just push it in, it makes a sort of cup shape.
It's even better if you pre-hat it over like a pencil.
Yeah.
So you get the back pencil and you kind of pre-make it into a little hat by just kind of pushing it around the outside. You can buy a special tool, which it's kind of like a little clip kind of gun thing, like a stapler. And you put a screen in it and it actually just pushes the screen into a little hat because they're used in laboratories. Well, I don't think
interesting. Can you send me the link to that and I'll be sure to add it to my basket?
Okay, here's a question for everybody in the room coming from Seat Sniffer, who says, is the extra price on the Omni worth it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
I own 2, so yes.
Yes.
Especially.
Sorry, Kerr, you say yes.
Yes, it's worth it.
Why is it worth it?
Titanium, slick, more airflow, more control.
All what she said.
Nice.
I mean,
I'm slightly stoned at the moment, so I'm thinking a little slower. She's
all good. No worries. No need to apologize. Pramod,
George. I believe this is the first time I've ever met you. Well, hello. I
Hello.
enjoy your Discord. That's where I found y'all's Zoom.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. It's really nice to meet you. Whereabouts are you?
I'm down in Georgia. I've seshed with Zodicus several times.
Awesome.
So,
well, I'm happy to meet you. Pramod, the green room is asking, what is the tiny mic glass adapter you're using?
This is just the normal adapter with that comes with the tiny mic, but this is a what is this tool called again? It's a Sneaky Pete made thing.
Oh,
it's similar to the
master adapter, right?
Yeah, it's the master adapter. That's it. That's the one. Thank you. So you get something like that. You also get this, so you can even put like small little pen style 510 thread.
Excellent. Is it rubber?
You can put a Dynamap silicon, high temp silicon. It's really good. Made by Sneaky Pete.
Nice. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Is it silicon rubber?
Yeah, it's silicon rubber. Yeah.
Excellent.
George, how long have you been in the vape game?
How long have I been in the vape game?
Yes.
I would say, I mean, I've actually, Vape Fiend has existed since 2009, I think. But I would say I've been in the vape game a little bit longer than that, because around 2006, I started like promoting volcanoes and getting commission on sales for them on a podcast I was doing. And that's when I kind of really got in on the vape game, and then it sort of grew from there. But yeah, so it's coming up to now, what, 12, coming up to 13 years of Vape Fiend, and a little bit longer than that.
Have you ever seen one of these? It's a stainless steel drop down with a universal nail on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, there's only, I got this back in the mid 2000s, late 2000s, around 2010. And that's the unit right there.
Okay.
The best part about it is you can put your female side or your male side, whichever you want.
Dee, can we spotlight this so I can see it bigger?
Yeah, let's see.
There we go.
There we go.
That's
now,
better.
The best part is, let's say that you can put a bowl on top, you can put a nail on top, whatever you want, as long as it threads down in. Best part I like about it is it's this little feature up here, so that can rotate any way you want. So if your pipe has a nearly horizontal exit, your nail's still vertical.
Nice.
Wow, so cool.
Now I've never found it online until today. I found a version of this. It's not the same one on New Vape.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I have a company that's going to start making them for me.
Awesome.
And down here you have a honey trap. I got to clean it. Mine's all corroded up. But as you vape, you can pull your reclaimed dabs and throw it back in top and keep it going.
That I like. That's so smart.
Very similar to the sublimator, actually. Used to have a similar sort of little screw off cap on the bottom there.
Is it
but
possible?
What is this? Is this just a 90-degree drop down? Is that what these are called?
Yeah. Is it possible for that titanium top bit to be removed, and can you add like a 10mm quartz banger into that? That would be really cool.
Yeah, because it uses the same thread as banger the nail does. So any of these threads that you have.
All right, if you put that part down in this now, what you're screwing it into, can I put a 10mm in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put an adapter on the other end.
Yeah.
On that side, I see.
Yeah, you'd need like some sort of screw-in adapter or something, but yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
I see.
It's a clever thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never seen them until today. I've been looking for them because
where did you get that one?
I was over at a buddy's house back in before 2010. He had it sitting there. He owed me some money, so that's how he paid me.
I'd love those
interesting
gadgets.
And we just learned this the other day on the 420 Discord. I was session. I have two ways to hit this thing. I hit it like a regular hot nail. You just heat the thing up. I use a little J stem. You heat this thing up till it's about 1,000 degrees, and then you hit your dab on it, and it just completely flashes it off and blows your brain off. Or you can do it cold, and you can smear your dab inside of it. You take your torch, and you can heat it up, and it acts just like a Rio without water.
Nice.
Kind of intense as well, though, right? Like, I don't really much like dabbing from titanium anymore now that we have different surfaces. I kind of feel like it burns the dab, doesn't taste so good, not great for the oil.
Yeah.
But it's
so the two ways that I do it, I do it just where they flash. So, you get just the intensity of the high, and it's not really for taste. It's for how high you can skyrocket, how fast you can go.
Not really for a taste thing, absolutely.
Now for the taste, if you do the slow dab where you're going to pick up some titanium flavors, but I've been using titanium all my life. So I like quartz and whatnot, but
ever since I've tried,
I tend to break stuff.
Ever since I've tried an Ains and any Ains or even Sick, they just they're the longevity as well of your oils on those surfaces, let alone the taste. You could take it to a high heat, an Ains Fade Space S tier 2 one. The surface titanium is a surface that I think is probably will die out. I mean, it's actually quite universal.
It's indestructible.
Exactly,
But it's a bit outdated, but it's indestructible. Like you're not going to break it, are you? I break banners all the time. Titaniums, you're not going to break. It's for life. It will always give you a dab. Like it is. I've got titanium nails that are always in my emergency kit. But there are different dabbing surfaces that will give you better flavor, taste, longevity, etc. So forth. Like, but yeah, titanium is indestructible.
I have been kind of enjoying the Puffco Peak Pro over the last couple of weeks, and that's got the inbuilt ceramic bowl, which you cannot exchange. And so I'm kind of getting used to ceramic flavor again, which is pretty good, I've got to say. It's not bad. But the thing is, it does over time, it does deteriorate, doesn't it? You don't get that great flavor forever. And I do think I prefer it to quartz, the taste of dabbing through ceramic. But my favorite, I think, is like the more high-end ceramics, like silicon carbide, that kind of thing. That seems to be the best for me. Unless I'm doing a really hot dab, and then I prefer quartz, I think, for some reason. But I'm still not sure. I love the dabs that this thing gives. I can actually give a really good big dab, and it clears the bowl and it's great. But I'm not sure I like the idea of that being ceramic and that's your only choice. I like the thought of being able to sometimes have quartz, sometimes have silicon carbide or something like that. You don't have that option with this, which is a bit of a shame.
How hot can that get? Can you heat clean it out by heat? Just scorch it out?
No, you can't. No. So you've got to, the only way you can clean it, really deep clean it, is soak the atomizer in alcohol.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I noticed with a ceramic bowl of mine is it holds flavor after a while. And I got to get it really hot to kill it.
Yeah. I think the maximum temp the peak goes to is 545. I've actually got the app working. Last time we spoke, I couldn't get the app working in the UK. It's not available on the Play Store in the UK, but you can download it off some dodgy like third-party website, which is what I did, and it works fine. So yeah, I have got that working, and it is cool to have that app. You know, it's nice to be able to change the lights and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely an improvement on the peak. I wouldn't go back to the peak now I've had this. This is a real step up. You can do a bigger dab with this, and you know, it's kind of faster, and it gives you a little bit more control, a little bit more like customizability. So yeah, I mean, I think overall, I'd say if you asked me now, would I buy one? You know, if I was looking for a bargain on Black Friday, and this was like, you know, a promising price, I think I would definitely get hold of one of these. It's still kind of expensive, but I think for travel, you know, that is an excellent little travel dabber. In fact, I think for me, this could be my sole dabbing machine if I wanted it to be. I could totally just get by with just the Peak Pro. It does everything I need it to do.
I really like, I haven't actually hit a dab off of it yet, but I really like just like the way it felt, like compared to the old Peak, which was a little bit disappointing in a way. Like once you started using it, like it didn't feel like, I remember thinking, because I essentially made mine out of like warranty parts. I just kind of had shambled one together because we had one broken board and one that had an okay battery or something, and I shambled it together. And then I kind of found that even though I mean I knew that I'd taken it apart and put it back together, and I thought it was really clever on the inside, like, you know, everything was proprietary, like the board even says Puffco in big wavy letters. Like the way that the connector joined up, like they've upgraded it now, but this was sort of like maybe like a year and a half ago. I remember feeling just a little bit disappointed, but I just don't feel that at all with the Puffco Pro. Like the way that the bowl, the atomizer is engineered is maybe a little bit disappointing because you can't like get into that zone between the ceramic and the metal.
Yeah.
Completely engineered item. Whereas the old one looks like maybe you could make it at home if you had a CNC machine or something. This one really feels like you'd have to go out of your way to make something this good that worked as well as it does. Like it really slots in. I remember like with the threading, you were often worrying whether it was registering. Like I'd often have to tell people like, oh, have you really tightened your atomizer onto the unit? And then they'd tighten it a little bit more and then suddenly it would start working again. With this thing, you just don't really feel like that's an issue.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what I think of the carb cap, because my first impression was that I didn't like the carb cap and that I'd want something that was just different, like something with like a little, you know, like a little nubbin. But I can see the value of the one that's in it because it doesn't look like it'd fall out. In fact, it doesn't fall out. So
yeah, I think for moving around, like you're at an event or something, that's ideal. And then I think what I'd have for home use is something like one of the bubble caps that you can get, the original Peak bubble caps, because then you can still sort of move it around a bit and get a bit more, you know, directional airflow and stuff. But you'll have to borrow it for a bit and see what you think, Dee, because I'm always very positive about these new devices. When I try them, I see the good in everything, to be honest.
And then Dee, when you're done with it, I'll have it.
Yeah. We'll send it all around. Are you tempted, ladybuds?
Very.
Mm.
I just want to touch it first. I need to touch it first. I need to take a dab. I need to put like 0.5 grams in it and see what it does. That's going to be my first dab on the Peak. I'm not even going to, it says Pro, right? So I'm just going to put 0.5 grams in it and see what it does.
Yeah.
You think it can hold the dish? Could hold it? I don't know.
Totally.
It says 0.4 and above. So let's.
Dish can definitely hold 0.5 of a gram. And I think if you did it on the hottest setting and then you did a boost like right as it's coming to the end, you'd get most of that done. I think it is actually that powerful. You might have a little bit of...
Especially with the app when you can adjust your whole dab. I think that's what I'm going to do.
That's true.
Going to tweak the pro experience. I'm going to go straight on the app. I'm going to make sure that it is for the longest amount of time possible at the highest temperature possible. I'm going to drop 0.5 gram in there and we're going to see.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge it up fully and I'm going to do that as many times as I can.
Yeah, that's the kind of testing it needs.
On your pro, this is what I'm going to do to it. So let me just warn you.
That's the kind of testing it needs, you know, because I'm a lightweight, to be honest. I have like 1 or 2 dabs a day and, you know, they're not even that big. So,
I'm not going to say what I can have a day. It's scary. I'm sure Delia and I, if we were given an unlimited amount, could just like knock that back.
Like, yeah, if someone just gave me 10 grams of oil, like with no sort of method to keeping it, I can guarantee you that I'd finish that in like 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe that. Ladybud would probably finish that in 2 days.
Just sit down and just give me an email that works. It's dangerous, guys. I set this email up today, and the amount that you can vaporize on it without realizing is actually quite dangerous because you eliminate the blowtorch period. So I've been really intelligently using an insert, which I take out of here, dip it in some alcohol, and look, it's ready to use again. It's really dangerous because it's fast, quick, tasty dab, and you can get through quite a large amount of oil.
Do you mainly like hot start or cold start?
So I have a banger for all, dependent on the type of concentrate I'm vaporizing. Each concentrate I feel like needs its own type. So this is a cold start banger. Do I have time to explain a bit about bangers?
Yeah, go for it.
This is This is a cold start banger because the base is quite round and oval and it's quite thick. There's two kind of cold start bangers. I'll show you. This one I would do for a quick, cool cold start, and this one I would do for a little bit of a long cold start. Now I'll explain this one first. It's made by a company called Long Island, and it's quite long in comparison to maybe like the V3 that's highly educated. So when you put the concentrate at the bottom, it's quite a thin base, so it pretty much instantaneously vaporizes it. And when you add the carb cap, it allows the oil to come up quite far because you can suck on it without it coming down the neck, which I find quite irritating. With some bangers, you like suck and all of a sudden like you've got this spillage down the neck. I really dislike that. So this is quite a good banger for that. Now with this one, because the base is so thick, it retains the heat quite a lot. So you can take quite a big glob. I wouldn't take quite a big glob from this one because it will chaz the banger. So they're your cold start bangers. And then you have this beast and beauty, an opaque bottom banger. Now this will increase taste and vapor production, or it seems to for me anyway.
Just because the base is opaque, is it? Or is it some kind of like texture to the base as well?
Yeah, I think it's like the texture to the base and the way that they've managed to like, I don't know if you can see it in the light.
I think it's a fused fritted disc. So it's made of like small pieces of quartz that have been fused together in a sponge. But then to make the bottom of the banger, I think they fuse it even further. But that leaves like a textured area, and each little acts like it's just more surface.
The surface area, I suppose, doesn't it? Like, and then this is the new rage now, the slurper. absolutely a beast. This one is for those iron dragon lunged people amongst us. Intense.
I just placed an order for some slurpers that are one piece. You know, there's no join. It's they're blown as one piece of glass. Very cool.
Amazing. Very.
So yeah, it would be interesting to see how those look when they come. But yeah, they are. It seems to be like a real resurgence in slurpers at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the first slurper I saw was a few years ago, but it was. So when you take out the inserts, it's just like this massive glob hole thing. But when the spinner caps came out, now this is the interesting part. So recently, glass blowers have been making these turp balls, right? Mm-hmm. And they've been making spinner caps, and everything functions really amazingly. And have you guys seen spinner caps spin? I'm sure you all have.
Show it for us. Go on, give us a quick spin.
A quick spin. I have an email. Hang on, let me get a rig.
I'm gonna just quickly blow through it, but she's gonna do a proper dab. As only lady.
I'll blow through it.
Okay, nice.
Like this is you can't see through this, can you? Because it's an email. Oh, actually, all I have to do is take this off. This is like the gadgets and glass life. You never know what to pick up and put down, do you? Okay, let's do it with. Here we go.
I have bangers underneath that table.
Yeah.
Did you see my
Okay, yeah, you can just about see it. Yeah, there they go.
Should I put maybe different colours in? A red.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, the see-through ones aren't the most intelligent.
So the idea of that is it kind of rolls around in the oil and exposes different like surfaces to the heat, basically, I think. So you get more flavor. Yeah, there you go. You see them spinning around. So I think the way it's set up is the carb cap has a sort of, it directs the air in a particular direction. So it makes the balls spin around and round in there.
Exactly that. So here's two different versions of one. This one, the glass is slip, so that it allows the air to go in circular motions. And this one.
Okay, it's got like a sort of cyclone-y type.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Whereas a normal carb cap would be a directional.
But I guess you could use that too. You just point it in the corner, basically, and
and it would hit round. It wouldn't really get that like deep spin though that you get with directional caps. And then you have the beast of about a 30 mil. So this is a 25. When they say what's the difference in size, this is it, guys. Like here is a 25 and here is a 30.
Right, yeah, it's a big difference.
There's a big difference. It's a beast.
You see, that makes me wonder whether you could put a really tiny little pearl or two in the peak, because it does have that sort of cyclone-y pattern of airflow when you've got that carb cap on it. You know, you'd need really small ones because it's a small bowl, but if you could get a couple of really small ones, that might add a bit to the flavor.
Do you think it would break the atomizer by hitting against it? It would like...
Ceramic is a bit delicate, isn't it?
Good question. Be worth finding out.
I don't know. When I get my hands on it, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'm going to just sit there and put the camera on me and be like, let's do this. Let's beat down the peak.
It's little bubbles of glass, says Connor Herdicker. It's little bubbles of glass.
It literally is.
That is literally what it is. So, Dee, what are we giving away in this giveaway edition?
Oh, wait, is Ladybud still showing us bangers, though? Do you have more bangers?
I mean, we could go on for days, but I like the word giveaway. I heard giveaway. That's more important. Like, what are we doing?
We are giving away... I think we can give away probably 2 of these packs, smell proof. Well, no, smell safe, because we delineated the difference between smell safe and smell proof earlier. Smell safe, lockable stash pouches. I think I've got a picture of them somewhere here. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I'm looking for it as well.
On the Discord.
I'll share my screen. I'm looking at the Discord here. So it's this pouch here. I don't know if you can see my mouse as well. You can also see Milesy here.
Yeah, it's a nice little pouch. It's got a sort of what's it called, combination lock on there.
There's a carbon lining.
And you can easily fit your packs or any other vaporizer in a bunch of bits, like little jars you could have in there. You could have little, you know, concentrate jars and all sorts of things. Your grinder, everything you need, basically. It's perfect.
How do you enter into the giveaway?
How do they win it?
You've got to be a member of our Discord. This is a Discord only giveaway. I can put a little invite in the thing, just if there's any people that are watching. I'll give you guys a second to like do a last minute entry.
Yeah, go for it.
Read the rules because I'm not gonna explain that.
That's fair. Anyone who's here gets a quick entry. That's fair.
Yeah. Now is your chance to win this stash pouch.
Yeah, you got to head over to Discord and enter a number between 1 and what fucking number was it? 150. Yeah.
1 and 50.
Yeah, enter between 1 and 50 in the giveaways section. Don't forget to go and assign yourself a role. That's the one thing you got to do to be able to access the server. There's a surprising amount of people that will enter the server and never assign themselves a role because they don't read the roles section. And annoyingly, there's no facility to just kind of auto ban everyone that does that. I'll give you guys a few minutes to do it, and I will use a random number selector. What I hope for these things, I always like it when people select the same number as someone else, like then they, you know, when you end up with like with heats, that's always more fun.
But what happens if 2 people or 3 people choose the same number?
Then we go down to like, we pick their 3 names and we assign them 1, 2, 3, and then we do another prize draw.
Oh, okay.
Just adds more suspense.
Yeah.
I love that suspense.
Having a sneaky dab on the Peak Pro. It's a shame I don't have a better camera setup because we could make use of the fact that you can now see through the top of the carb cap.
Oh wow, the light is so bright. It really looks like you're having a cyber toot.
I want one. I want one.
It really helps it look like some sort of mysterious instrument from a sci-fi film. Ow, my knee.
So what else are we discounting on Black Friday? What are we to expect? Are there going to be any surprises on actual Black Friday?
Like arrivals of new products or anything like that?
I mean, what are going to be discounted? Like what, apart from what we've already mentioned, are there going to be any more surprises on Black Friday?
Yeah, there absolutely are. Yeah, there's a bunch more stuff that's going to be added to the sale. So keep your eyes peeled. But basically, pretty much every well-known vape is going to have some sort of discount. So yeah, it's going to be great.
Excited. What does Dynavap have to offer? Lots of people. If Dynavap is in the discounts, guys, I really do suggest you buy one. I think it's such a great first vaporizer.
Is it worth getting a 2020? Well, right now,
It's worth it.
I've already got a 27. I've been using the 2017 since 2017.
It's definitely worth having a 2020. It's a huge improvement on the 2017, and especially with the colored ones. Now, I love those, like the rhodium.
What is that technical term that George uses? The George that makes it. It's you know, when you apply heat to it, it changes color.
Yeah.
Thermochroma canvas.
That's it. There
We go. Such a good word.
I know. I love that.
George is great with his words, though, to be honest.
I remember when I found out what the CCD stands for, the circumferential compression diffuser. I was just sort of like, it's a fucking screen. But I get it. Like it circumferentially compresses because they've got those cutouts to allow it. So I guess it is that. It's just that I do kind of enjoy when people just try and find new names for stuff. Like I think like the taxonomy.
Scientific and so long-winded. Love it. It's like Gadget Geek at its best. I love it.
That's a nice rig. Connor's setting it down there.
Yeah, I'm having a look at that. What's Connor doing down there in his car? He's got his little rig. He's got some sort of pen set up.
Can we see him?
He's got a carb cap on there.
A spotlight. This is spotlight worthy.
Oh, there's awesome case for it as well.
It's like,
hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, how you doing, Connor? That
well.
looks like one of those. It's like one of the original e-rigs, like the Dabadoo Bolt and that. Oh, but it's on a mod. Okay, cool.
So this is a Divine Tribe V4 with a silicon carbide insert.
Oh, wow.
Sitting on top of it. And I've got this little bottomless banger, which I like to say is the banger for motherfuckers you hate. You drop your dab straight through it. But put that on there, and then hook it up to my little Pyrology, little riglet. And it's pretty much my version of a Puffco Peak.
That's fucking sweet.
That is quite technical and cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. And how is the flavor on that, Connor?
It's wonderful. They are supposed to be releasing a final version of their silicon carbide this week on ineedhemp.com, and that is going to be more finely polished. So hopefully the flavor will be a little bit better with that. But I mean, it rivals a dab rig. Like it's like 95% of the way there.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I like the look of that.
How is it capped? Do you use a carb cap or like? Yeah, you can show us, right?
So carb cap just goes right on there, and I had to find a long one because of the length of this thing. But here, let me load it up, and we'll take a little dab.
Please do. I'm intrigued. I've seen the bottom of the hanger, and I was like, how and why? The days of like those Dr. W things are done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that just a normal mod?
Sorry?
The base it's on, is that just a normal mod, or is that whole a part of the device?
So it is a normal mod made for e-cigarettes, but I am running custom firmware on it, which allows me to let it auto fire. So I don't have to hold the button down. I just double tap and it's running for a minute straight.
Nice. How long does it take to heat up?
About 15 seconds.
Okay.
If you want one that's faster, the Molecule 22 by Advanced Vape Supply heats up in, I believe, like 3 to 5 seconds.
Wow.
But costs a good bit more money.
How much is more? Is it in the 100s, 200s, 300s? Like what range is it at?
So these atomizers go for about $33. Mod was about $25, and then the banger I think was $35 or $40. So really not too expensive on these. With the Molecule 22, the more advanced one, I believe they're retailing for about $145 right now, and that's just for the atomizer itself.
Nice.
But got him started, so he's heating up.
Yeah, I mean, I remember using kind of Divine Tribe style atomizers, and there's always that sort of taste of metal somewhere. But that was before they had anything with a silicon carbide bowl, you know. That's
like the G Pen Connect, but with silicon carbide insert.
Pretty much.
But you can use a real banger with this.
Yeah, this one plugs straight into a real mod as well. So it's a bit different, but yeah, it's.
Try this. It's quite a big pool in a cloud, isn't it?
Yeah, he's doing pretty well there.
I want one.
I know, yeah.
Cool.
I love your 710 coil setup.
Thank you.
Is that the 30 millimeter or the 25?
The 30. I
That's-
think if
I
you're
have
going
one
to
of
have
those
email,
too.
you might as well just make it a fully charged one.
Exactly.
I think I'm going to add the new vape decup to the collection because I've got so many new vapes already. I might as well add some more.
They are just gorgeous. They're titanium. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I really like this Max Vapor unit. I think he's built it really, really well. It sings to you when you first switch it on. It sings to you when it goes to sleep. It has all the Bluetooth gadgets and gizmos that you need. It's really easy to use. You can set everything up. It's like, yeah.
Have you tried any of the up temp profiles on there? Like to have it ramp up the temperature as you're hitting?
No, because I kind of feel like with the E-nail, I don't need that. Like,
True.
Because I use an insert as well. Like, it's pretty much perfect. As long as the E-nail is constant, I get a great experience out of it. Like, let's hit it down.
Yeah, I prefer insert as well. That's definitely the way I do.
Yeah, it's easier to maintain your glass with an insert.
Exactly.
Because a glass can get really like sticky. The only time I really don't use an insert is if like the actual banger itself is made like an insert.
I also like that it starts at a low temp and then slowly goes up. So you get 30 hits at the beginning and the temperature goes up. That's another reason why I also prefer
Yeah, if
using
you're doing really big dabs, 100%. If you're doing like 0.3 and above, then yeah, sure, 0.4s and stuff, then that would be beneficial. But for 0.1 to 2, I don't see why you would need an E-nail to go from low to high. It's just constant.
Yeah, I don't see the value in going from low to high myself.
Unless you were taking like such a big dab, you know, and like you wanted to really get the terpene profiles at the beginning.
I thought that's kind of the whole point of an E-nail because it maintains it at a constant.
No, yeah, but the point is to keep it constant, isn't it? It isn't to go up and down.
But I guess that as you're hitting it, you are cooling down the banger.
Oh yeah,
maybe it's compensating for that. Like
the thermocouple in the coil will actually account for the air that you're pulling through it. It is live measuring it. But I have experimented with up temping on my 710 coil setup just slightly. I haven't seen many benefits of it because, like you said, your concentrates evaporate so fast that I mean the up temping doesn't really occur. But I do like the idea of being able to start at like maybe 400, 430, get some wispy, really tasty hits, and then have it build up to like 480, 500 and get those real milky ones. But the only device I've seen really capable of doing that is the Indux Labs. Like they have a crazy induction heater powered E-nail.
What is that
thing?
What is it? I need it. What is this massive box and what is this little pin thing? Explain this to me, please.
So it's a complete reimagining of the dab rig E-nail setup, where instead of having a quartz banger that you heat up and melt your concentrates in, you have a glass vial that you put your concentrates in. Within that vial is a titanium rod, and the entire glass vial sits inside an induction heater. So like a Dynavap, it would heat up the metal rod inside of there, and that's what's going to bring the concentrates to temperature.
And
only downside
is that what it heats in?
Yeah.
That's pretty. They have them in all the colors, but I don't quite understand how. Like I haven't seen a video of it heating in the box and then being put in the banger. I've just seen it, the box and the banger and the gadgety thing.
It all sits within the box, and there's just a silicone whip coming off the box, and you put that into your rig, or you just inhale directly. And it's like a vial that spins this little hot rod around, and that moves the concentrates to the walls of the vial, spinning them. So it's a really low temperature vaporization, but it hits for, I believe, 300 to 500 seconds, which is like multiple minutes of hitting a dab rig. I don't really want to do that.
Yeah. So crazy you're talking about it. I posted it on my page today, like exactly this. I was like, this is the future. And I couldn't figure out how it did it all. And you just put it all together for me. Thank you so much. I'm super excited for this gadget.
The thing that I would say though is your heat element in that is a titanium piece. So you're bringing titanium back into your dabs there. Yes, it's sitting in like a quartz bowl. Is it encased as well? Okay.
Very true.
Okay.
So,
that's all right then.
They have multiple different heaters, like little rods that you can put in there, and that's how you adjust the temperature and the like length of vaporization. And they recently released one where the titanium is encased in quartz, so that it is a full quartz dabbing setup.
Yeah, that's better. That sounds a lot better to me.
Yeah,
me too. I mean, we've encountered that kind of setup, with the Loto Labs.
I remember even saying it would be way better if we could make a dab device out of this. And I kind of did something that was similar to the Reflux Industries thing. Maybe not quite as advanced, but yeah, I've always felt like induction would be great for dabs, and I guess that's right. Let's see if they've got good pictures of it.
Torpedo. Okay, yeah, I see.
With it. So that one is in contact with the.
Yeah. Titanium rods.
Oh, they're actually for sale. Oh.
Dog bone. Quad intake reactor.
Do you buy a unit or they all sold out?
Let's
have a look.
Out of stock.
I think they're made to order.
Okay.
That's an insane fucking price tag.
Yeah, it's not cheap, is it?
Wow, it's not cheap, is it?
And it's still you're pulling it through silicone again. You know, like I kind of feel like people who are just using glass on glass, quartz on quartz, they're not going to go to something like this.
Exactly, especially the glass heads who are dropping thousands of dollars on rigs. Like, they're not going to put up with a silicone whip.
No.
I don't really understand it.
I don't get that. Why didn't they make a glass? I'm confused.
Like,
£2,500, $1,250 to stop for a silicone whip.
That's a bit silly.
And I doubt it hit like much harder than your Long Island.
Have they heard of the what was the device that we have in the wooden box?
The wooden box.
Box device with the whip.
Titanium.
Oh, titanium.
Titanium. Yeah.
Titanium. Yeah. Have they heard of the titanium? Like, does it not do the same thing?
Well, but it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't need titanium rods and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the idea is cool, but it feels like they kind of started making it. They're like, oh, this is the best idea. This is the best idea. And when people are like, yeah, but it's got a silicone whip, they're like, yeah, but this is the best shit ever. Like, and everyone's like, no, but we really would like it to work in glass. How would we put this thing that you've made, this big, on top of glass? And well, you have to use the silicone whip, and it just feels like they're very enthusiastic about it. And I think it is cool, like the Loto Lux, where it's like it looks cool and it's like trying to use induction for something good, because it really feels like it would have a good function in vaporization. But either the thing's got to be too big, or like it's hard to regulate the temp, or for it to regulate the temp well, you probably have to have like there has to be something big managing the power, so that it can like quickly adjust itself in order to actually like heat at like a steady rate. Because you can just send loads of voltage to an induction coil and really flash something up like to the hottest it'll go. That's that's kind of easy. But managing power when you're like diverting it away from a circuit requires like something that's somewhat large. So you'd have to do what they're doing, you still have to have it in a large box. So it might not necessarily be possible to have on, on a device like that right now.
I thought it was a great device until I saw the price tag.
Yeah.
I'm not so convinced anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of high priced. I mean, you'd want it to be amazing for that price. Maybe it is. We haven't tried it, but
We haven't.
you'd
And
expect.
that silicone doesn't make me feel like it's going to be a great device.
Well, what I've found is pretty much everything that uses induction, apart from Dynavap and the Dynavap heaters, because that's kind of a separate thing. But everybody who's tried to design a vape with induction, it's never performed as well as other technology that's already been out there and is much cheaper. So it's kind of, although it sounds like it would be a great idea, nobody's done it yet where it actually gives any benefit, really. If anything, it makes it more complicated, where you'll get the same hit out of something that already exists that's cheaper, that isn't as complicated.
And we ignore the dangers of having these induction heaters around. These are massive electromagnetic heaters that can, wipe out your credit card if you get it too close to it when it's running. They can mess up your phone and stuff. We really kind of ignore the reality of what they are.
That's a good point.
I never thought of that.
Same here. I didn't realize it could wipe your phone. That's crazy.
That's why I backed off from my idea of it being like the ideal studio thing. Like if I put this next to like tape, because I sometimes use tape, I just constantly leave a tape near this thing, and then I wipe the whole thing.
Yeah, I know, but I don't see a scenario where I would be bringing my credit card in close contact with an induction heater. But however, phone is definitely possible. You always have your phone around you.
With the Orion, it's possible. Like if you have the Orion, so
and you put it in your pocket or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out the car and you're like holding the Orion and your wallet in the same hand. Just not really thinking.
Yeah, I guess those phone wallet holders. Yeah.
It shouldn't occur when the device is turned off, but it is just strange to have such powerful electromagnetic heaters so casually around us. They're pretty skookum.
Mm. Okay, Dee, how's the entries looking on our giveaway? Let's have a look and see if we can get a winner for this PAX.
Yeah, let me get
PAX pack.
Just downloaded the.
I can see that Ladybuds has got one of those the goods blow torches in the front of her image with the dual flame. I've been playing with one of these. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's hefty. I want to try and heat a big.
I've got one as well. Yeah.
Pretty good blowtorch,
They're all right.
I'll do it 100.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. So I bought this, and the first one, the ignition stopped working after like maybe I would say 3-4 weeks of use. It just suddenly stopped working. I don't know why.
Let me
It's not
tell
like
you,
I damaged it in any way. I didn't even drop it or anything.
I've abused it and it works great.
But they sent me a replacement, so yeah. I'm on my second one. But you know what? Looking at the actual like sort of ignition flint thing at the end, my old one that was faulty, it was not sticking out as much as it is on this one. You know that little wiring thread thing, whatever. That
little piezo.
Oh, yeah, they're really good for a £30 torch.
Yeah. I was impressed by the price as well. It's pretty good, and with the double flame, gives you something a bit different.
For the price tag and for the quality and.
We're thinking about stocking them. I don't know what everyone else thinks about us stocking them.
I think that would be a grand idea.
Yeah, why not?
Such a good, reasonable price blowtorch. I think.
You mean just their blowtorch or also their CBD things?
The whole range.
we're not allowed to stock the CBD. Unfortunately, we can't. We basically we cannot
that's
sell
why.
any CBD products. But the blowtorch we can.
Yeah. They make a grinder as well. Have you tested it, Cherry?
Herbs and I have a good relationship, just not that good. So I haven't used it, but it's cheap and cheerful. For like that level. The blowtorch I like.
Is the grinder made of hemp, or is it like just
no, metal one?
No, it's a metal one.
I love those talking about hemp grinders. The ones with the Santa Cruz Shredder hemp grinders. They've just recently brought out the 3-piece ones, so it's got an actual cavity inside it. I think that is an amazing grinder. I can't believe it's made out of hemp. It's great.
Yeah, I've seen them around.
I haven't played with one of those. Do they grind well?
Yeah, it's like perfect. It's fluffy, it doesn't powder it.
Vaporization or perfect for combustion?
Perfect for vaporization, I would have said.
Amazing, because sometimes like my favorite go-to vaporizer crusher, grinder, whatever we're going to refer to them as, has always been Storks and Bickel. I know, Dee, sometimes you say it's too fine, but I really, really love the consistency. Like, I just love a Storks and Bickel. So for something to like come between my relationship with Storks and Bickel, it has to be great. And the ones that we have with the multiple layers, the ones that you can pick, what was that called? The one with the layers?
Brilliant cut grinder. That's what I want.
Yeah, that could replace the Storks and Bickel.
That's what I really want. I don't want to order it from America. There's no one that stocks it yet in the UK.
I don't think there's anyone.
It took 5 weeks to get one in the US.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
I love it.
Because like
great grinder.
I'm in the US, they're never going to get to the UK. That's the thing.
No.
They'll get there eventually. They just have to increase production, but it might
they
be
make
a
them
while.
to order.
Yeah,
so
they don't
choose
even.
Your colors.
They don't have any spare for us, is what we're saying. We'd love to have a few,
That sucks.
I'm really liking my putt grinder. It's a good grinder, good consistency on it as well. But I've not got much to compare it to, but I'm really happy with it either way. So
I've heard good things about those.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice grinder. It's good to hold, and the pattern's really cool on top as well.
It looks like I'd sit there doing that to it for ages. I already do that with this because it's got these little facets and they're kind of like nice and gentle to rub your fingers over. But I think the thing I like the most about this is the weight of this part. Like the top is heavy, and that's different than most grinders. The top is usually lighter than the rest of the grind.
What's the grind like, Dee?
The grind is adjustable, so that I have. This is just. And you can choose between. I've got the medium in at the moment, but there's also a coarse and a fine, and I find the fine and the medium are very close together. But if you look on our Instagram page or maybe our YouTube, I can't remember which one we posted it. We have like a comparison of the three, and we actually like ground the herbs and then sort of show them on camera so you can see the different consistencies. And there is a difference between all three, but yeah, the medium is the best for vaping, I find. Like I like it more. Like it's so good at just getting through a large amount of herb quickly that you can really just get as much as you want and then just force it closed. And as long as you can grind it, it just will go through. Whereas low, it will come out in a good consistency. And
are they in stock on the website?
Are they what? Sorry.
In stock on the website.
Our website.
Yeah.
We haven't got them yet. That's what we've been talking about. They're not available for anyone to wholesale. So you can get them directly from them, but you have to wait quite a while to get one. We got these as samples to review and make videos about, but we didn't get. We've been waiting for ages for them to be able to reach a point where they can wholesale. I think they thought that it would be sooner than it's ended up being. So when we originally spoke to them, they were a lot more they were suggesting that it'd be very soon. So we kind of maybe suggested that it would be soon off of the back of that. But in reality, we're not 100% sure when we'll actually have them in stock, because it's rare that I hear back from them. And if they do, it's usually with just, we're not ready yet, essentially. But we might, and the puck is like a similar quality, just a lower grade, I guess. And I like the look of the puck. I think it looks good, and I think it's nice that people are thinking of the need for threadless grinders, because threads on grinders just like are so annoying. And I like the way that they've done it on the puck. Yeah, Chris, I'll spotlight it now so we can have a look.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
That's deep.
But it's not. It's a nice model on the BCG. Like, you know, it's got different.
Like it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
What's that retail for?
I think it's a little bit cheaper, but I'm not 100% sure because it's not something we stock. I think it would make a nice.
100, 150, 200, like roughly.
No, it's like $50 or something like that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So for the price, it's a really good grinder for the price, I think.
So that's like price comparison to like a Santa Cruz, isn't it? Like
that sort of ballpark, I'd say. Santa Cruz is a bit cheaper, a little bit cheaper, depending on the size. And then the BCG is a little bit more expensive, isn't it? Just a bit. And then you've got like the sort of clip and that kind of stuff that's like crazy money.
Yeah, that's like 100 and something.
150 or something, yeah.
Something, yeah.
They are like.
I can't justify that for a grinder.
Does anyone use that as their daily grinder? Does anyone?
Sorry.
The clip. Does anyone use the clip as their daily grinder?
I use it quite a lot in the house. I just have this with me right now because I came upstairs quickly from having been out at the supermarket. And this happened to be this is always in my, I have a pouch across the chest outside the house. And this is always pretty much for grinding, because I really like the way that it grinds. It just grinds really nicely, and the feel of the thing is nice.
Some sound issues.
Yeah, I think it's Connor. Connor's rustling a bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just wish, the one thing I wish with the clip is like the technology is good and you're paying for the technology of the grind and the system with all of that stuff with the blades. Like, it does seem to have an effect on the quality of the herb and the quality of the grind. But I wish the finish of the grinder itself was a little bit better. Like, if you think of the finish of this thing for the price of it, where I'm like carrying it around next to my keys and it's not scratched. Like, I used to be precious about it and I put it back in its little pouch. And then after a while of like dinging it and like, as I said earlier in the stream, doing this, I realized it wasn't marking. So I actually stopped being careful with it just to see what would happen. And it's fine. It rattles around with my keys, and I'm a cyclist, so I'm like moving around a lot. Like, I'll cycle from here to Angel on a regular basis and then cycle from Angel down to West Norwood. And it's always in my pouch rattling around with the keys, and it's still not scratched. So, but if I did that with the Hoy, the thing would look awful. Like, it would just be full of dents. The paint would probably come off. I haven't had any paint actually come off of my Hoy, but I reckon if it was rattling around with my keys, it probably would. It's more that the metal that the outside is made of, not the metal that the blade is made of. That metal is soft. So, well, not soft, but soft enough to dent. And I just wish it wasn't. That's my only gripe with it, really. And the price, like, it's really fucking expensive, but
150. Thanks for letting me know that's how you pronounce it, by the way. I've always pronounced it Hodge.
I called it Hodge on the phone to the inventor, and he was like, "It's Hoy, actually." And I'm like,
all right, fair enough.
but yeah, the guy's really nice. They've actually sent us one of their coal pipes, which I'm just gonna look at it and give it to some friends to test out, and maybe I might have a little test of it myself. I don't really combust very much, and occasionally I will combust some certain types of extracts and concentrates, but I just really like the look of it and the design, and I want to see if I can use it as a cooler with something else, because it has a really cool way of cooling the vapor or smoke in there, is their intended purpose. But I reckon that if you take the screen out and you let it be a deeper hole than it's supposed to be, you can probably get a rubber bung down there. As long as the entry at the bottom is round, because it looks like it's an ellipses, which would be a little bit harder to mate with some sort of adapter. Joe was just waving at you from behind.
Yeah, I saw that. I have to go, guys. So I don't know if are we drawing the winner of this?
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do
that, and then we can wrap this up.
Okay.
I'll take this last stab with you lot then.
Right, I'm gonna go for the first one. No, wait. Oh, God, you can't even see it.
Can't see it. 18. There it is.
Yeah, let's go see. 18.
No.
No 18.
Is it? Yeah, there's no one put Discord.
No
down.
18.
Only a few numbers there, really.
Okay, let's do another number. 39.
Take your word for it. No 39.
No 39. Wait, no, wait. Wait, when's that?
Is the numbers only on Discord, right? You can only put the numbers on Discord, right? Yeah. On the giveaway.
Yeah.
34.
No.
No.
No. Oh, wait, no. Is that? No, I think Deimos. Is that?
Or maybe I don't see comments. I don't know.
Yep. We've got a winner. We've got the first winner.
Yeah, Deimos got it. Yeah.
Deimos. There we go.
He must have blocked me because I can't see that. Well, I don't know. I can't see Deimos on the giveaway channel. So maybe you shouldn't have taken my my word for it earlier.
I was also Googling them. So not Googling them, like using the Discord.
Searching.
Okay, let's do the second one. 50. Did anyone do? I'm guessing someone must have done 50.
It's true, actually. I can't see Deimos either. For some reason, I can't see Deimos's answer.
I can see it. It's here.
No 50s. 4. And no 4. No 4. Wait, no. No, that's 8. And 29.
No, not that I can see, but
No 29. 17.
No.
Wait, no. Yep, clownish features.
Okay, I can't see that one.
Wait,
I can't see. I can only see a few numbers. Like
Yeah, same here.
We missed Ubar.
Yeah, Uber Dog apparently was 4.
Yeah, so no, it's Ubar Dog.
See those messages? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't see Uber Dog's 4, but I see him saying he was 4. Do you know what I mean?
Discord has been having a few issues recently that I know of, so I don't know if it's something to do with that, potentially.
Yeah, it must be.
Because there's been a couple of numbers you've drawn, I've not been able to see them either. So
yeah.
Actually, just
have taken my word for it.
I found I'll reshare the message. How do I do that? Oh wait, they've taken the quote option away. But I'll screenshot it.
Oh no, yeah, I can see where UberDog has got 4.
There we go. Yeah, now I'm seeing them all. Now that I've clicked on UberDog's link, I can now see clownish features and a bunch of other people. Yeah, there's a lot more have suddenly popped in.
Cool. So we've got them.
Yeah, loads of them. Loads more.
Are you sure it's not from October, these messages, though?
No, 7th of November.
Back to October.
Oh, no, yeah, I've gone back to October, right.
Back to October, it's all right. That's when
it does go back to October. Okay, yeah.
I set the
Oh,
competition.
these numbers go back to October. Oh, I see.
Yeah, this was a long gap between when I set this go.
Okay.
Vivian Hermit said 4. Henny was 4 too.
Oh, who else was 4 as well?
Henny HENNI.
Henny. Oh, okay. There's another 4. Okay. We've got to do another draw, I'm afraid.
Have we? Okay, let's do it.
2 people. Oh wait, Cyan Chem was 18. Oh fuck, we didn't. Yeah, okay. This is. Yeah, we missed out. Apparently, Cyan Chem was 4. Was 18. We've got. Okay, let's do 3 then.
Okay, so I think we've given them all out now, haven't we?
Well, we accidentally missed Zion Chem.
Yeah. So if we're giving him one,
If we give him one, then I guess we don't. Unless
we don't have any more to give.
I don't think we've got any more. I think we have maybe one more. No.
How many have we given?
There's a few, but we were supposed to only give away. We were supposed to only give away 2, but I guess we could do 3 because I feel bad that we've announced a winner that doesn't actually get anything. That would be.
Yeah.
And then everyone just went, "Oh yeah, we're just idiots. You're not." I feel bad. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's okay to honor Ubar's win as well.
Ubar Dog wants it added to his order that they made today.
Yeah, I don't know what time. I think I might have put that in before 3, so it might have already gone out. But it's worth checking. I'm not going to say their name on stream, but I'll check it after. I'll check after the stream, and I'll let Ubar know in DM.
Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks very much indeed for joining. As always, it's been a pleasure. We're going to do more Among Us at some point. So if you want to come and join us playing Among Us, keep an eye on our channels.
It's a free mobile game, so if you're wondering like what's it on, do I need a special console, you can play it on your phone.
Yeah, play it on your phone. It's easy. And join us. And if you've got like a laptop as well that you can be on Zoom in, then you can be on Zoom with us as well at the same time. So when should we do that, Dee? At the weekend, maybe?
Monday again, or yeah.
Monday?
I think Among Us Mondays would be good.
Okay, great. Okay, see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.